What's going on, everyone? And we are back for round two. Welcome back to another episode of the Hash It Out Show today. I'm your host, JB, your sports guy, joined by the man you can catch on Max Preps and on Crescent City Sports Radio, the one and only VK Jones. VK, we are back for round two.
Round two right here on the Hash It Out Show. So we thank y'all for joining us, not just our regular viewers, but also our viewers from all over the state of Louisiana to check out our brackets and check out and give you all the rundown of the playoffs for this year and everything. So we thank you for joining us from people from all over the state. And you're watching the Hash It Out Show on Facebook Live and also on YouTube Live as well. And I just seen a little bit of history because Tom Brady has eclipsed 100,000 passing yards. Please go home and retire.
Yes, indeed. Bucks are down 13-6. Today, on this second show that we're doing, we will talk about the select brackets that came out today. But before we get into the select brackets, last night the Houston Astros won the World Series by defeating the Philadelphia Phillies. Their manager, Dusty Baker, became the second black manager to ever win a World Series, oldest manager ever to win a World Series. VK, talk about this for a second, my man. Go right ahead.
Well, I'm very, very happy for Dusty Baker to finally get a World Series title. Very, very well respected manager. I respected him for a long, long time, even when he was the manager for the San Francisco Giants. And, I know a lot of times, he was really like the enemy a bit because I was a Braves fan. And he was really a really good manager. He turned around a lot of teams and everything. And I remember the one year he took the Giants to the World Series and should have won it. To this day, I still don't understand how the Anaheim Angels came back to win that game 7. I still don't understand it. But at the same time, he got close last year, got short against the Braves. This year, they finally get it done. They had signs saying doing it for Dusty. They gathered around him after the win. It was like, Dusty, Dusty. I feel great for him. It's well deserved, well earned by him. Now you can say he can hang it up and retire now because he accomplished almost everything that he has done in his career. But then finally, all I'm gonna tell you, all you Houston Astros haters, how you like them apples? Eat the dirt from what you're eating from because of all them cheating scandals. They have been a franchise that has done it right, and it doesn't matter what anybody say. They they made the switch to American League, and it went through the farm system, and look what they have done in postseason in the last 7 years. So you can take that, take that World Series, take it to the bank and shove it where the sun don't shine, especially for y'all haters out there.
Oh, man. I, for one, has never been a big fan of the Astros. Plain and simple. But I've always wanted Dusty to get his championship ring as a manager, and I'm very happy that he got it. So congratulations to the Astros and to the manager, Dusty Baker.
I'm gonna ask you this
Now,
right quick.
go ahead.
Have you ever I know you're not an Astros fan. I'm not really too much of an Astros fan, but have you been to Astros games? Because there have been plenty of New Orleanians has been to at least they have more New Orleanians than a little bit that went to Astros games than the Atlanta Braves game. You know what I'm saying?
There were times when I would go to Houston and stay with my uncle, my auntie, and we would go to the Astros games. I got to see Barry Bonds. That was great. And I got to see my favorite baseball of all time, Andre Dawson. And he hit a home run in the top of the ninth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's crazy. I went to a couple of Dodge. I went to a couple of Astros games. One of them was involving the Dodgers, and probably one of the longest games ever. This game went to 18 innings. Me and my dad, who was living at the time, we went, but we left around the 11th inning, and we didn't realize the game went that long until the next day, and kind of find out Astros won in extra innings at 18, and the game ended at 3 in the morning.
Woo, good lord.
So knowing my dad, he was about to stay there late, and knowing we probably had to hit the road next day, so we left at the 11th inning. But I went to like two Astros games. It was interesting experience. It's a huge difference now with the Astrodome to what Minute Maid, whatever they call it now. It's a beautiful stadium that they have. It's unbelievable, and I tell you, I do want to at least go to one of those games out there, probably against the Braves or whatever. We see a hater of the Astros, and I knew you was one of them, Mr. Reggie. And it
I'm
doesn't
with you,
freaking
Reggie.
matter.
I'm with you, Reggie.
It doesn't freaking matter because when the last time the Yankees have won anything, it's been a while, bro. You know what I'm saying? Join the club.
Yeah, congratulations to Dusty Baker and the Astros. Now, very quickly, tomorrow night, VK, the Saints take on the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson and his team coming to play in the dome. Lamar Jackson is without Rashad Bateman and his number one target, Mark Andrews. Will the Saints still have a chance to win these games?
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Saints got a shot, but it's gonna be really tough because of the fact Lamar Jackson is really, really good. He's really, really good. And the thing is, the Saints is gonna have to treat Lamar Jackson like Michael Vick. They're gonna have to treat him like Michael Vick. They're gonna have to have somebody as a spy. They're gonna have to have the linebackers kind of cheat up a little bit in the run and make sure they get in the run lanes that Lamar Jackson don't really go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's gonna use his legs a lot, but Lamar Jackson can throw the ball too, and he's gonna have to find more targets and everything else. So I think this is a big interesting game tomorrow. I think the Saints have a chance to win it, but I think Baltimore squeezes it out. But it's going to be really, really tight. But the Saints does have a chance to win this ball game tomorrow, and I'll tell you, it's gonna be an absolute war. It's gonna be an absolute war tomorrow, and both teams gonna have to strap it up. It's gonna be nothing nice, and I think I can say one thing about Lamar Jackson. I think he's gonna really earn his check tomorrow. He's going to really earn his check tomorrow because with the two receivers out, if he has a big game and the Ravens win, Baltimore needs to pay him now. Now.
Well, I'm gonna say this: he should have been paid number one. There ain't no
I
now.
agree. I agree. No, no, no. But I'm saying I like what Lamar is doing because the fact of the matter he's trying to go for what he's worth. And I don't blame him. Go get your money. Get
It's
your
not
money, man.
not about going for what he's worth. He could have held out, but he's more of a team player. He wants to do it for the team. That's what it is. He's a team player. But anyway, I say this: the Saints have shown for the past couple of years they have had problems stopping RPO. Jalen Hurts come to mind for sure. We saw Marcus Mariota early in the year. If they can stop these RPOs, keep Lamar Jackson contained, then the Saints got a shot. If not, it might be a long day. David DK Kinsey, he said word is Lamar checked out on the team. Okay, I haven't heard that, but you know, David DK Kinsey probably heard something.
Might have heard something. I don't know. I understand we come from Dave, but that's a tough one to call. We'll see tomorrow night what it looks like. But at the
He's gonna
same
play hard
time,
tomorrow
he's
night.
gonna play hard. It's a
Yeah.
Monday night game and everything else. But to me, if the Baltimore Ravens win and Lamar has a really nice game, good point, Dave.
There you go.
Late the meetings.
There you go.
That's
Right.
not a good sign for the Baltimore Ravens. They are still in the thick of things and a chance in the division, but at the same time, it's been up and down for them all year long, and they're starting to try to finish games. But man, it's tough. It's tough treading right now between him and probably John Harbaugh. So we're gonna see what happens because sometimes certain little things happen. They put it behind them. They play the game, and they handle, and most of the time they maybe handle business, but we'll see tomorrow. But like I said, if the Baltimore Ravens win and Lamar Jackson has a good game, yeah, Baltimore needs to get an extension immediately.
Game time set for 7 o'clock tomorrow night. All right, VK. Now let's get to the select brackets. Let's start with Division 1. Let me get it up on the screen for everybody who's watching. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Hash It Out show. Division 1. Here we go. So Division 1, select 8 buys. Warren Easton, number 1 seed, bye. Karen Crow, 8 seed, bye. Northwood Shreve, 5th seed, bye. St. Augustine, 4th seed, bye. John Curtis Christian, 3rd seed, bye. C.E. Bird, 6th seed, bye. Edna Carr, 7th seed, bye. And Catholic Baton Rouge, the 2 seed, bye. VK, who do you have going to the dome?
I wish we can ask this question last and go through these matchups first, but that's however you want to do it.
Everybody want to see the main event first, right quick.
If I want to see the main event first, way it's looking, and I'm gonna say this right now before I get started.
Hold on, we lost your sound, VK.
My bad.
There you go.
All right, my bad. I'm gonna say this: was I right or was I right?
What were you right about?
Warren Easton staying at the 1 seed.
Yes, you were right. Yes.
Yeah, because I said Catholic has a chance to jump them, and I was hoping that Easton would stay at the 1 seed, which they are, and Catholic number 2. I'm not surprised. I'm a little surprised, but not surprised because the fact is how the power rankings have been all year long. Now, with all that being said, my state championship, and this is, like I said, this is the toughest of the tough of the divisions. Edna Carr will get to the dome. They will get there, and possibly they might have a rematch with John Curtis in the semifinals. That could be a possibility. Now, on the other side, I wish I could go with the Orleans Parish rematch, but I got to go with Edna Carr and St. Augustine for the state championship. This has got to be the year that the Purple Knights finally cracks the code and gets to the Superdome and gets to the state championship game for the first time since 1979. So I think this is the Purple Knights' time. I think it probably will be them in Warren Easton in the semis, which will be a spectacular ball game. So I really think it's going to be the Purple Knights of St. Aug and the car for the Division I state championship.
Well, I'm going Edna Carr as well. I believe Edna Carr gets to the dome, and I believe St. Augustine will get to the dome as well. I think we get a purple and gold matchup in the dome between St. Augustine and Edna Carr. Now, VK, spoiler team. Which team can spoil our picks?
Spoiler teams. you got a good bit of them. You got a good bit of them right here. One of them, I could definitely say one of them is Acadiana. You just can't count out the Wrecking Rams, especially their running game and everything else. Their experience in postseason alone. The Wrecking Rams is definitely a team that might can wreck some things up, especially at the top. So they should. I'll tell you one thing: don't underestimate them. I think it'll be an unbelievable potential second round matchup with them and Karen Crow, and also another team that could maybe wreck some things. C. Bird. C. Bird has done this before. They have been they have been in these battles. They have been to these wars. So I really think it's C. Bird and Acadiana.
David Kinsey said Catholic Baton Rouge. I myself wouldn't call them a sleeper because they can get there. And I really think David Kinsey, I'm gonna say this. That quarterfinals matchup between Catholic Baton Rouge and Carr, that should have been a championship game. In my honest opinion. That should have been the championship game. If Carr doesn't have to forfeit those 3 games, that's it right there. That is my pick. But due to them being on the same side of the bracket, I gotta pick Carr. And hopefully it's a great ball game that everyone who goes and attends that game will get to witness. My spoiler is one team. That is Acadiana. And VK, I think they woke up Friday night against Barb. They were down 24-14 and came back and won the game. We've said it before. We've seen Acadiana be 6-4 in the regular season. Come playoff time, they're the most dangerous team. And this can honestly happen again. And if they get by Karen Crow in a rematch of a Week 9 game, if they get by Karen Crow, I'm scared for Warren Easton. I am scared for Warren Easton if Acadiana meets up with them in the quarterfinals. That's the only pick I have. Warren Easton. All right.
Well, I'll tell you. You said about in the car, and they would have been facing Catholic. It would have happened when they got the 3 forfeits.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 3 forfeits.
Yeah, exactly. There would be probably a 1, maybe a 2. Either way, It's just amazing that those forfeits making a difference, and they're gonna look like Brother Martin last year when they got to the semis, and Acadiana when they had those forfeits and they went on to a state.
St. Washington says you should be scared for them. They have 1 player. I'm really not understanding if he's talking about Catholic or Warren Easton's Fred Robertson. But get back at me on who you're talking about. I'll answer your question. All right, VK, let's go through it right quick.
Let's go.
Number 16, Tioga versus number 17, Captain Shreve. I got Captain Shreve.
I got Captain Shreve as well. I think Captain Shreve has been really making a come up in the postseason recent years. I like Captain Shreve getting it done in a close game against Tioga.
Let me answer Simeon. He answered me. He said Warren Easton.
He's probably talking about Fred Robinson.
Yeah, Fred. I'm gonna go first. Let me go first. Fred is a beast. He is a beast. One of the best backs. He is one of the best. But I'm telling you, when it comes to this Karen Crow team, beating you down on the offensive line, making your defense tired, and having a good defense that they had, disciplined football, not letting Fred get to the outside and beating him with his speed. This might be a game that's hard for Fred to get going. This could be. VK.
Well, I'm gonna say the same thing with Karen Crow, but not just that with Acadiana. Like Karen Crow, either team is gonna make Easton earn their lunch. It's gonna make them earn their lunch. That's just straight up. Regardless of the fact, Easton's big advantage, they will be at home. And the good thing is they might not have to travel maybe until the quarters.
No, it just depends. Travel at all.
Nah, but it depends sometimes because the only time at a top seed usually will travel is quarterfinal round because of the fact it depends on how that bracket is. That's the only time.
No, it would be second round, depending on how it would turn out. I think they stopped the rule. Once you get to the quarters, that's it. Home team all the way.
Okay, because I thought they were saying semis. Simeon said this up. You would have to travel once.
Come up if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But
because sometimes I think it's between second and most of the time you use second or quarterfinals that you usually travel. Semis for sure. If you top 4, you're home.
It sounds like home. These guys are agreeing with you. David Kennedy said you get 2 home games.
Right. But see, the second round for sure, the top seeds they are at home in second round. Quarterfinals would be the round that they possibly might have to travel, but possibly they might not have to travel at all. We just got to see how things go in the bracket.
All right, cool. Number 9, Acadiana versus number 24, Riverdale. Yeah, this is definitely Acadiana. This ain't gonna be close at all. Acadiana.
The over under is 35. Take the over. Take the over.
Reggie said semifinals, top seeds play at home automatically. All right, we're gonna look it up and get the right answer. So, all right, we'll get it. St. Paul's 12 seed versus number 21 Holy Cross. I got number 21 Holy Cross. they are going to defeat St. Paul's.
I went against my boy, Coach Salt, maybe twice this year. I'm not gonna go against him this time. This St. Paul's team has been up and down all year long. It's a not bad St. Paul's team, but not strong. I got Holy Cross with the upset as well.
Okay. McKenzie got St. Paul. Hey, just remember when St. Paul was a 1 seed, I said they would lose that first round game to Central, a 32 seed, and that did happen. All right. My man Reggie been waiting on this one. Number 13, Brother Martin, taking on number 20, Woodlawn Baton Rouge VK. I think it's going to be a close game.
It's going to be a very, very close game.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
Woodlawn has one of the best quarterbacks in the state, man. He's really straight. He's really good. But I think Brother Martin's defense showed me a lot against St. Aug on Friday. And I think their defense is going to will their way to a win. I think Torrey Lambert's going to do enough. I got Brother Martin getting the win over Woodlawn.
All right. I got Brother Martin, too. I got Brother Martin in a close one. Number 14, Huntington versus number 19, Jesuit. I got the Blue Jays going up there, going up north, and defeating Huntington. I got the Blue Jays.
I got to go with Jesuit, too. No disrespect to Huntington. Good program and everything, but I think Ryan McNally's got his team get going good at the right time. I like the Jesuit Blue Jays getting it done in this first round. And I think one of the guys commented it. I think Justin Reyes has got that comment right.
That sounds right.
Yeah, he said the LHSA rule: if a team travels 2 weeks in a row, they will host the next game. If both teams travel the previous 2 games, the higher seed host that game. So that's how it goes.
There you go. All right. Number 11, McKinley, taking on number 22, Alexandria. I think this is another close one. I think it's going to be close. But I think Alexandria coming down to the Baton Rouge area and getting this win. What do you think?
Well, Alexandria, they're trying to get back up again. They're not a bad program at all. They went to the state championship a couple years ago. But they're trying to rebuild and everything else. McKinley had made a major come up, especially in this Baton Rouge area, a tough Baton Rouge area. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go out on a limb and go with McKinley. I think the upstarts is gonna get it done against Alexandria.
All right. Number 10, Scotlandville versus number 23, East Jefferson, Scotlandville.
Scotlandville, and I don't think it's gonna be close.
And the last matchup for Division I Select, number 15, Rummel versus number 18, John Ehret. Man.
Go first, bro, please.
I thought about this for a little bit. I got Rummel.
You sure?
I got Rummel over John Ehret. Yeah, I'm sure. Yes.
Okay. This was a tough one. To pick for me. This was a tough one. Because we know both of these teams are up and down. Rummel's on the decline, and Ehret is on the uphill right now. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be real tight, and it might be probably the game of the week in the playoffs this week, possibly. I hate to say it. In a tight ball game like this, my edge goes to Rummel. On a close one.
Good job, sir. Good job. Very smart answer. And the Bucks just scored on the Rams to take the lead with 9
seconds. Ain't that something?
Yeah, something. That is something. All right. Division 2 is where we are headed. Division 2 Select. Number 1 seed, St. Thomas More, bye. Number 8 seed, Madison Prep, bye. Number 5 seed, Kennedy, bye. Number 4 seed, Edie White, bye. Number 3 seed, De La Salle, bye. Number 6 seed, Lafayette Kristen, bye. Number 7 seed, Archbishop Shaw, bye. Number 2 seed, Turlins Catholic, bye. My brother, who you got going to the dome?
Now this is another tough one. This is what we've been waiting on. This is what we've been waiting for more than anything else. Division One is a good one. This is as good as Division One. Oh man, this is. Give me a second. I might have to let you go first because, bruh, this is the tough. This is probably the toughest class out of everybody to pick who I would think go to the dome. You go first, my brother, and make the pick.
All right, I'm gonna go first. The top half of the bracket, St. Thomas More. St. Thomas More gonna go to the dome once again. One of the best programs in the state. They've been to many championships. They won championships. I got St. Thomas More. The bottom bracket, I got Archbishop Shaw. I got the Shaw Eagles going to the dome, and I don't care who they play. It's coming true. We going back to the dome. Archbishop Shaw, that run game with David Kinsey Jr., the guy that runs a 10-8, 100 meters. And I could be wrong. Might be 10-7, 10-6. His daddy right there. He gonna tell me. Also, we're gonna open the playbook up. We're gonna get Mike Williams the ball also. We're gonna get Mike Williams running crossing routes, slants. We get him the ball. We gotta get them to the balls. You can't stop both at the same time. Ain't happening. Defense gonna be good. Hey, I got the Shaw Eagles. St. Thomas More, Shaw Eagles.
Okay, now this is what I'm gonna go with.
Man, a 10-8 with a torn hamstring. Look at that. Jesus.
Wow.
Go ahead, VK.
Well, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be interesting because it is going to be an awesome and tough. One side. I'm gonna go to the bottom side. It's gonna be a tough one. I do see Archbishop Shaw probably getting to the semis. Them or Turlins Catholic. And I think the De La Salle Cavaliers have a good bit of depth. They got size, but I like the De La Salle Cavaliers, and they're gonna be in a tough side. I think De La Salle gets to the dome. Who they will go against? Not St. Thomas More. The way if the matchups go right, St. Thomas More has been battle tested all year. They've been in the toughest district in the state. But I got them losing in the quarters. My pick going to the state championship game, we're taking on De La Salle. I'm going out on a limb. John F. Kennedy to the dome. John F. Kennedy to the dome.
You picking Kennedy to the dome?
I'm picking Kennedy to the dome. Because there's some things have got to happen to make it happen here. The reason why I say St. Thomas More will lose to the semis, look in the quarters, look who they got. Madison Prep, who has came along lately. You think I'm crazy? Look at Madison Prep's schedule and look who they played. They are battle tested. They will not fear St. Thomas More and St. Thomas More and St. Thomas More. You know what I'm saying? They usually have trouble against athletic teams. So the matchup, and here's the thing. No, David, JFK has played every single scenario you can talk about. To me, their athleticism alone, and I'm like this, the Edie White game is going to be tough as hell. The Edie White game is going to be probably their toughest game. If they get by Edie White and they get to the semifinals, them and Madison Prep, somebody is going to the dome out of them too. And I think had the whole schedule, like, what you mean a losing record? Whole
Not
schedule had a losing
everybody.
record. Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Not
But
everybody.
but yeah, like Joe says, we have not seen them play a real team yet. Simeon says Kennedy's not battle tested. And once again, David Kenzie's talking about they lost to Ellen Cox. But you got Kennedy and STM going to the dome. That's what you got.
I got Kennedy, De La Salle
De La
in the
Salle. So,
dome. I'm if I'm crazy, I'm crazy. If
hey,
I'm
I'm gonna
wrong,
say this.
if I'm
Coming for you
wrong, I'm
right now.
wrong.
They coming for you. They coming for you,
Hey,
bro.
hey, I'm like this. I am crazy because I'm the same one that predicted Eric to go to the state championship a couple years ago, and I was
Oh yeah.
dead wrong on it.
Oh, I got you on that one.
I don't want to put extra pressure on Kennedy myself. I just see possible matchups that can happen. And the thing about Kennedy against E.D. White, I'm gonna tell you this about Kennedy and E.D. White. E.D. White has size and everything else, but Kennedy has as much athleticism and maybe a little more size than St. James. So I'm just saying it could be an interesting matchup. That top is gonna be tough as hell. I know they're coming at me, but it don't matter. It don't matter. I'm man enough to say if I'm
Oh
wrong,
snap! Oh
I'm
snap! Hold
wrong.
up! A Kennedy teacher then came in here. He's saying not true. Oh snap! We got somebody defending Kennedy up in here. Oh
Oh,
snap!
uh-oh. and I'm like this. Let's pull Kennedy's football schedule. Just right could.
Yeah, put it right fast so we can get going to the topics, the rest of the brackets.
Oh shit. Right. I'm pulling it up right
Because I want to
now
say Livingston might be the
as we
only one with a winning
speak.
record. Maybe Saint Amand.
Hold on a second.
Hurry up, man! Get it!
I'm trying to get it now. I'm getting this. You know, I be with streaming stuff. Hold on. Give me a second. Come on. Search up, please.
We Dwight Jarrett, we
Uh,
talking records, man. Yeah, all team made the districts, made the playoff, but we talking records. We talking records.
yeah, we're all talking records right here.
Livingston had a winning record. You ain't got it yet, bro.
Hold on. My internet is acting up a little
Oh
bit.
man.
Can
Let me save
you pull it up, my friend?
Let me save this guy right quick, y'all. Let me save him. Let me save him right quick. I'm about to get it for you right now. I'm about to get
There
it
you
for you
go.
right now, my friend. It ain't gonna take me long at all. All right, here we
All right.
go. Before we get to the next topics, turn it long ways. I can read it better. All right. Higgins, 1-9. Terrebonne, 3-7. Saint Amand, 4-6. Helen Cox, 4-6. Live Oak, 3-7. Reed, 3-7. Livingston, 8-2. Haynes, 2-8. Patrick Taylor, 5-5. Sophie B.
Hey,
Wright, 6-4. There it is. So
now, Livingston and Wright, yeah, the two records. Now let's go back up a little bit. Higgins, yeah, they got one win, but look at the score on that one. Look at the score. 1, 2. They gave Santa Mar their first loss of the season at home. They shut them out after they averaged 30 a game. Live Oak, first down season, but they've been a good team the last 5-6 years. That's why you don't study everything. I've been covering this for years. Let me tell you something about Live Oak. Live Oak, they made 2 quarterfinal appearances. Thank you very much. So I'll tell you, yeah, they got losing records, but at the same time, look at the pedigrees. Look at the situations they've been in. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a win is a win. When they beat Santa Mar was undefeated and they averaged 30 something a game. You go to their house, you shut them out. What they tell you? All the other Orleans Parish schools came up there. They only lost ball point, but what Kennedy did, complete performance.
All right, BK. Let's move on,
I'm
man.
done.
Let's.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. If I'm wrong, I'm
I,
wrong. I'm just going on a limb. But go
hey,
ahead with the
I
next
love this.
question. Let's
The
go.
interaction with everybody, all the fans that's watching and commenting and us. I loved it. I love it. All right, here we go. Division two, select first round. Helen Cox, number 16 versus number 17, St. Michael. I got Helen Cox.
I got Helen Cox winning this one as well.
All right. Number 9, St. Louis Catholic versus number 24, Northside. I got number 9, St. Louis Catholic. They've been a surprising team this year. I got St. Louis Catholic.
Probably the best team in the Lake Charles area this year, and
They
they've
are
been really
hands
they've been
down.
really playing well. I like St. Louis.
All right. He's still talking. All right. Number 12, Kenner Discovery versus number 21, Archbishop Hannon. Man, I'm kind of stuck, but I'm gonna go with Kenner Discovery getting the playoff win.
Well, Canada Discovery they've been consistent some way somehow and everything else, but I like Hannon. I like Hannon coming up there and getting it done. It's going to be a tight ball game. I like Hannon getting it done over Canada Discovery.
Number 13, Evangel taking on number 20, Struma. I got Evangel Eagles.
I agree. I go with advantage as well. Struma has been they made it the postseason. They this is like their third year back from hiatus of the program, and it's good that they're back in the postseason.
Number 14, Landry taking on number 19, Vanderbilt Catholic. I have the Landry Buccaneers.
I agree with you. I go with Landry as well. Vanderbilt has been dealing with a lot of injuries all year long. I'm going with the Landry Bucks, and they are really playing good ball at a great time right now.
Number 11, McDonough, 35, taking on number 22, Peabody. I got 35.
I got 35 as well. Should be an interesting game, but I got the Ron Eagles moving on.
All right. Number 10, Livingston, taking on number 23, Douglas. I have Livingston.
I agree with that. I think Livingston's the better team. It's going to be pretty interesting and tight, but I think Livingston pulls away with the win.
All right. Number 15, Carver versus number 18, Booker T. Washington. This is our last game for Division Two Select. I got Carver.
I agree. I got Carver as well. And what really hurts Booker T is their quarterback Demar Washington possibly not playing that game because he threw the
Yeah.
punch against De La Salle in last week's game. So that's gonna really hurt them. So I really like Carver in this ball game.
All right. Moving on to Division Three
And
Select.
who you think is the spoiler in Division Two?
I didn't ask that question
Anyway.
now. Bad. I don't
Oh
have
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I don't
Oh, you
have
don't
one.
have one. It's
I
just
really
that
don't.
wide open.
Yeah, you got one?
I I don't really have one because it's gonna be really competitive as hell. And but anything can happen. St. Thomas More could get there anyway. They
Uh-huh.
are the superior team. I'm just going out on them because we seen upsets over the years.
Of
So
course.
that's why I kind of went a little crazy with that pick.
All right. Here we go. Division Three Select. 1 seed, Newman. 8 seed, ULAB, also known as U High. Calvary Baptist, the 5th seed. Dunham, the 4th seed. Notre Dame, the 3 seed. Episcopal, 6th seed. North Caddo, 7th seed. And St. Charles Catholic, the 2 seed. Who you got going to the Dome, VK?
Division 3, and like I said before, these two teams, if they on the opposite sides of the bracket, they was gonna meet more than once this year, and they're gonna meet again in the dome. Newman, St. Charles for the Division 3 state championship. That is definitely my pick for the dome.
I think it's everyone's pick, to be honest with you. Newman and St. Charles in a rematch. But I look at this top side of the bracket, man, top half. It's something about when the quarterfinals start. Because ULAB is not no joke. And Dunham is not a joke. And if you get pressure on Mr. Arch Manning, like Manny High School did, he throws unsettled. Feet not set, just throws. I think these two teams can give Newman a run for their money. I really do. St. Charles Catholic, to me, is going to the dome. I ain't got no qualms about who's on their side of the bracket or whatever. It's this top half with Newman, with ULAB, and Dunham. I think Newman gets to the semis, and Dunham pulls the upset. I got Dunham and St. Charles Catholic. And I feel strongly about this.
I think
the LHSAA has Division III Select as the primetime game on Friday night. They're banking on Newman and Arch to get there for sure. They're banking on this. They wouldn't have put that game at the primetime game. But I think Dunham will spoil this. I got Dunham and St. Charles Catholic in the dome.
you going against the grain on this one. St. Charles, there's no doubt in my mind they're definitely going to get there. Looking at this side of the break, doesn't matter. It's just a fact. Not underestimating none of these other teams. Episcopal's having a great year, but at the same time, St. Charles is coming along in the right time and players are getting healthy. They will be the team to beat to get to the dome. Yeah, I feel what you're saying on that side of the bracket with Dunham and with University Lab, but that tough schedule to me has helped them
Yes, I
tremendously
agree.
this year, and I think it's going to help them in the playoffs. Newman has just been on the doorstep, and not breaking down the door. This has got to be the year for Newman breaking down the door and getting in the Superdome. They have never made a trip to the state championship in their history of their football program. So I really think, especially how things looked early in the year and how they've been playing, how they've been so resilient. Yeah, I agree with you that Dunham and University is going to give them a time. But at the same time, I think the resiliency and that battle tested experience is going to help Newman get to the dome finally.
Dunham and ULAB may have corners that can cover those two wide receivers that he throws to. They shut them down. It's a long night. Spoiler. Who can spoil it for us?
Mm. Well, like you mentioned, I think Dunham is one of the spoilers that can definitely spoil some things. Like I think the two we talked about, Dunham and University, they're definitely the two teams. And I can also say Calvary Baptist. Calvary
Mm-hmm.
Baptist is a interesting ball club, and they're very young and very athletic. And I tell you one thing, their secondary is probably the most underrated in the state. So I say Calvary Baptist is a scary team as well.
I look at Lake Charles College Prep, man, and the record they have is something we did not expect. Lake Charles College Prep can turn this around. Really watch out. But I'm not picking them. My spoiler will be on that bottom side of the bracket. 10 seed, Parkview Baptist.
Mhm.
I think Parkview Baptist get there. If they get things wrong, that would be my spoiler alert. All right, here we go. Sophie B. Wright, 16 seed versus the Auburn Woods. I hope I said that right. Um, I got Sophie B. Wright.
I got Sophie B. Right too as well. They'll win that first round game at home, and it'll be a nice feel good story for the Warriors.
Cool. Number 9, Country Day, taking on number 24, Green Oaks. Country Day.
I agree. I like Country Day, and shout out to Coach Chris Shedder of over at Country Day. I mean, giving his props to his backs, you know what I'm saying, to his players and all that, man. I like how he's getting his team going. Country Day has been battle tested themselves. I like Country Day over Green Oaks.
Number 12, North Lake Christian to take on number 21, Homer Christian. I got North Lake Christian.
I agree. I got North Lake Christian in this one too, in a very, very close game.
All right, Simeon says Country Day running back serious.
That's
Yeah, I
what
think
I
everybody know
heard.
his
I
name by now.
heard. You know his
Yeah,
name now.
yeah, we know his name now. Number 14,
Exactly.
Catholic, New Iberia, taking on number 19, Lake Charles College Prep. I think Lake Charles College Prep is going into New Iberia and coming out with the win. I got Lake Charles College Prep.
Uh, you know what? I gotta agree with you on that. Catholic New Iberia is really a good program,
It is.
and they're so consistent. You know, I think Lake Charles now. I think this is the time for them that they can turn things up here. I think they'll get it done in Catholic New Iberia. It's gonna be a very tough game.
Okay, I hear you, Mr. VK. Let me scroll down. Winner of that game gets number 3 seed Notre Dame. All right, number 11, Loyola Prep to take on number 22, St. Thomas Aquinas. I'm going with Loyola Prep.
Oh, this should be a very interesting close game. We'll go out on a limb. St. Thomas Aquinas for the upset.
Okay, number 10, Parkview Baptist to take on number 23, Holy Savior Minard. I got Parkview Baptist.
It's Holy Savior Menard, but it's okay. It's okay. We all make
Minard, Minard.
mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Menard.
apologize.
Menard. Oh yeah.
Minard.
I got Parkview winning this game. I got Parkview winning this game. What a good comeback year for them. They
Yeah.
was in a pretty interesting game against University this past Friday, but Parkview, they're trying to get back in the fold. They're really trying to get things going after their legendary coach retired from there. And
Uh-huh.
it's been a while since Parkview kind of been back up again. So it's good for them. So I think they win this one against the Holy Savior Menard in a close one.
Cool. Last one for Division 3 Select. Number 15, Ascension Episcopal, taking on number 18, Patrick Taylor. I'm going first. I think Patrick Taylor about to get a win. I think Patrick Taylor about to get a playoff win. I really think so. Patrick Taylor.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I like Patrick Taylor too, but at the same time, I think Ascension Episcopal has too much experience in the postseason. With Patrick Taylor making their first time ever at the school with their program, and especially in their first year. So big ups to them, and also to Kenny Bourgeois Jr. for getting there. So big ups to them. But I'm going with Ascension Episcopal because of their experience.
Gotcha. All right. On to the you see it, huh?
Yeah, you need to delete these
Trolls.
comments.
Trolls.
Trolling.
Trolls, man. That's all it
My
is. Trolls.
goodness.
All right. Oh my goodness. The white Jared Patrick Taylor has a decent running back. Okay, cool. All
Yeah, they
right.
got real good backs.
Division 4 Select. Here we go. Vermilion Catholic, first seed, 1 seed, bye. St. Frederick, 8 seed, bye. 5th seed, St. Mary's, bye. St. Martin's Episcopal, 4th seed. Washita Christian, 3 seed. Glenbrook, 6 seed, bye. Riverside Academy, bye. Central Catholic, 2 seed, bye. All right, VK, who you got?
This is the one division is definitely one of these wide open ones. You know, like anything can
Mm-hmm.
happen out of this one. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe the one or
Yep.
two seed might not win the thing or whatever. You know, I do have a one. I do have the one seed coming out, Vermilion Catholic, who's been who's been tearing things up these last couple of years and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I like them to get back to the dome But the team they're gonna go against, and it's gonna be interesting on the bottom because Washington Christian has been there and everything else. But I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go with the Riverside Rebels to go against Vermilion Catholic for the state championship. I think they have played a tough schedule themselves. I think they're battle tested. I really think Riverside has a chance to get there and spoil some people's lunch. So I really is going to be Vermilion Catholic and Riverside Academy for the state championship.
I hope you're right. I really do. I would love to see Riverside in the dome. Got a great running back. What's the running back guy name again? You remember?
Man, we yeah, he's man. See, I'm just wrong for this because we talked about him earlier, but there's so many running backs. You know, it's hard to name now because because now you got a country day running back, you got this running back, but he's been so consistent all year for Riverside. I like him a lot, and the way
Yeah.
the team has been coming together, the way they've been mixing it up, runs and throws, and the way they run the ball, throwing the ball, the defense. You know, I like that's why I like Riverside to come out of this one. I don't know about Central Catholic, but you know what I'm saying they're a good team. But I like Riverside to probably really spoil some things and they'll get to the dome against Vermilion Catholic.
All right. Well, I got Vermilion Catholic and I got Washington Christian. Those are my two picks.
That's a good pick. That's good.
Who
That's
you
one of the
got
teams I
as a,
wouldn't surprise them.
who you got as a spoiler, man?
Okay, now looking at the brackets, I got a couple. One I could definitely say Southern Lab, who's the defending state champions, and I think they can really make some noise here and give some teams some trouble. I'm gonna say St. Martin's. They have been playing tough themselves and everything. Harlem Berry and company. I mean, he's been really, really good. St. Martin's has been just so consistent all year long. And well, that's about it. I could just say St. Martin's and Southern Lab could be the spoilers.
I would say Southern Lab, and my other pick is Riverside.
Hmm.
Riverside. Those are my two picks. All right, here we go. Number 16, Cedar Creek versus Slaughter Community, the 17 seed. I'm going with Cedar Creek.
I'm gonna go with Slaughter Community. They've been a program that's been really coming up in the Baton Rouge area. I really like them to get the win, a close one over Cedar Creek.
All right. Number 9, Southern Lab versus number 24, River Oaks. I'm going with Southern Lab.
Defending state champs, big over Revokes.
Number 12, Hanson Memorial versus number 21, Delta Charter. Upset, Delta Charter.
I agree. I think Delta Charter will pull it off. I think they have a lot more experience than Hanson Memorial. So I think I'm gonna go with Delta Charter to get the job done.
All right. Number 13, Delhi Charter. Taking on number 20, St. John. I'm going with Delhi Charter.
I agree with you. I like their high charter to get the job done. To definitely go through and get and handle business against St. John. Should be a tight game against St. John of Plaquemine.
Okay. Number 14, Sacred Heart. Taking on number 19, Covenant Christian. I got Sacred Heart.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go Covenant Christian, getting the job done against Sacred Heart in a close ball game.
Okay. Number 11, Catholic Point Coupe to take on number 22, Central Private. I got Catholic Point Coupe.
Catholic Point Capee, they will win against Central Private. I don't think it's gonna be even be close. Point Capee has been in these postseasons for a long, long time. They're a very consistent program.
Number 10, Ascension Catholic taking on number 23, Lincoln. Ascension Catholic.
I agree. Central Catholic, very good athletes out there. and they're gonna cause problems against Lincoln. So I like Ascension Catholic.
All right. And last one for Division 4 select. Opelousas Catholic, the 15th seed, taking on St. Edmund, the 18th seed. I have Opelousas Catholic.
I agree with you. I think Opelousas Catholic should win this ball game. It's gonna be a very close one against St. Edmund, and Opelousas Catholic has been a program that's been really on the rise lately. So I like Opelousas Catholic in this one.
All right. VK, before we go, do you have any last words?
Well, we thank everyone for joining us tonight on through Facebook and YouTube. All your comments have been awesome and everything, and we wish all the teams out there the best of luck in the postseason and everything. All you fans, alumni, then some students, go and support your teams coming up this weekend. Go support your teams and everything, and I'm not going to put any extra pressure on Coach Elphage. I hope y'all guys get the way y'all need to get. I don't mean to put extra pressure. I'm just the type of person. I've been worked this thing for a long time, and I didn't seen upsets, and I want to point it out before it happens. If it don't happen, it don't happen. You know, we're just experts, man. So it's all good. It's all love. We thank everyone for just continuing to continue to support us. We're gonna be back on again, hopefully one day, 2 days this week, and it's gonna be definitely fun. Mr. Washington, thank you so much. You know we, we're not perfect, but at the same time, we work together. Me and Jared work together to bring out, put a shine on these kids, but also giving some info about a lot of teams all over the state of Louisiana. So we got to educate. We have to educate a little bit to a lot of our audience that's mostly Southeast Louisiana, New Orleans. So everybody, so they can get a good understanding. But after that, it's all to the good from there. You know. So, but it's good to be here. This was a fun day. Now we can go eat, chill out. I got some work to do before I had to go into my job tomorrow. But I think we'll come back. What, Tuesday and Wednesday? What's the deal?
All right, so here's the deal. I got an answer from the special guest. I'm not gonna say his name. I got an answer. He's gonna give me a definite answer tonight. Wednesday, as of right now, we're gonna talk about the teams in the playoffs from Southeastern Louisiana. We may have a special guest on Wednesday too. If I get the okay that he's gonna do it, I'm gonna put it all over Facebook, and it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. So it's
Facebook
possible.
and YouTube, I guess.
So it's possible. If this guest says, the first guest I said, if he said he could do Tuesday, we're gonna come on Tuesday and interview this guest, me and VK. As far as Wednesday, going over Southeastern Louisiana football teams that's in the playoffs, get a little bit more in depth with the teams and the players and all that good stuff, and hopefully have this other special guest. So that's the plan right now, and I will put it all out on Facebook for everybody to see and come back and join us. So that's the plan right now, VK.
That's cool. And then I hope everybody in the audience paid attention. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday we're definitely going to be on, and we'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I mean, it was great. This was awesome. We are the show that's putting out the parents. This is the true LHSA parent show. I'm sorry, Cox, but we got to do what it do. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. We do this for fun. We wish we're like y'all that we can get a check, but it is what it is.
Thank you, Dwight. Jared New Church, my guy. Thank you, man, for your statement. Simeon, thank you also. And everybody that commented, and by everybody that tuned in to the show, I thank you. Thank y'all so much. Me and VK, we definitely appreciate it. Simeon got 35, 35, 35. I love
and,
it, man. I
and
love
and
it.
the good thing tonight is we got the sound working perfectly. And plus, we got the comments up again on the side. So we got the Facebook and the YouTube comments. So,
Yeah, I don't know what
hopefully
happened, but the comments popped up, so
it's a
we good.
miracle.
Yeah. For my guy VK Jones, I'm JB, your sports guy. We'll catch you on Wednesday for sure, and hopefully on Tuesday. Hopefully, but we will be here. Tune in and get us on Facebook. Watch us on Facebook. Find us on Facebook. Our names and all that good stuff.
Deshaun Jones, Jared JB Boyd. He's Jared the Sports Guy on YouTube.
I'm JB, your sports guy, right down
JB
there.
is sports guy. JB is sports guy. I'm sorry. It's right
It's
on the
all good.
bottom there, man. But I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, having me, and we doing this whole hash it out thing. This is a
Yes,
fun show. We taking it
it
to the
is.
next level, y'all. Thank you.
That's right. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later on in the week. Y'all take care.